Kia ora everyone, it's Chris and Sam here. This is your quick update of what's been happening in the NZ real estate market. So Sam, we're somewhere really beautiful today.
Yeah, we're in a pretty cool apartment today. Yeah, it's 801-105 Queen Street in Auckland City. So yeah, this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, full floor penthouse at The Guardian. City lifestyle defined by space, elegance and character, elevated ceilings and a cool circular skylight.
So it's got Swedish style sauna, integrated home theatre system. If you want to learn a bit more about this, contact Bonnie Garden Stack from Bayleys Auckland Central or Wendy Wu from Bayleys Heywards. So yeah, just a beautiful house. So I really appreciate the vendor and Bonnie for having us in today. So Sam, getting into the news, this week we had our latest residential investment report.
Yeah, so EOS and our team has been working on this report and it covers quite a few interesting things, and some of the cool trends that we've kind of picked out of that is rent growth is slightly slower due to softening migration, and developers are preparing for the next stage of the cycle, and some of the government policies have come in that are pro-development are helping with that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And that report also has some pretty cool breakdown of yields and growth around the region. So quite useful just to see how properties are performing, particularly if you've got your own investment properties. We had the government make some announcements around granny flats.
Yeah, so I think it was around early last year they had proposed to make it easier to put in granny flats on your properties.
Yep.
And they've increased the maximum size of the granny flats that can be built without consent. So now a granny flat of up to 70 square meters can be built. So that's pretty decent size. And yeah, so this is expected to come into force early next year actually.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. And then next up, getting into our sales snapshot for the week. So Sam, this is some recent auction sales. What's our theme for the week?
So I've picked out 2 lifestyle properties that sold under auction.
Yeah, cool. Do you want to kick us off in the Manawatu?
Yeah, so I've got 150 Hansens line in Newbury, character without compromise, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms on about 9,000 square meters. Coveted lifestyle location between Palmerston North and Fielding, heritage charm and contemporary convenience. This one was marketed by Jack Monckton and Mark Monckton from Bayleys Fielding and sold under the hammer for 1.108 mil.
Yeah, sweet. And then for me, I'm down in Canterbury, so I've got 210 Heywards Road in Clarkville and Waimakariri. The complete lifestyle package, 4 beds, 3 baths and 4.07 hectares. One of Canterbury's premium lifestyle locations with privacy and convenience. So this one was marketed by Mark Pringle, George Pringle and Jack Pringle from Bayleys Rangiora, sold under the hammer for 1.47 million. So next up, just a little bit of international news. So over the past week, we've had the release of the Bayleys Knight Frank Wealth Report for 2025. And so this is a report in partnership with our global partner, Knight Frank, and it looks at the investment trends of ultra wealthy families around the world. And so super interesting while we're having a look. And a couple of the key themes that came out in this year's research was that 44% of ultra wealthy families are looking to boost their investment in real estate. Now for this report, they class ultra wealthy as 30 million plus excluding primary residents, and that's US dollars. So you're talking like proper wealthy families. The other interesting finding was that for New Zealand, the respondents had amongst the highest levels of real estate weightings in their portfolio. So it shows that New Zealanders really love their property. Other than that, covers a bunch of other topics alongside real estate, looks at art, classic cars, yachts, private jets, and other interesting stuff that's worth having a look at. So you can get that online, which we'll post a link in the description. To wrap up for the week, we've got property of the week, right, Sam?
Yeah.
So mate, what is your property of the week?
Yeah, so I've got a property in Canterbury. It's 16 Doris Faigan Lane in Charteris Bay on the Banks Peninsula. Unrivaled coastal views, impressive family living. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home on almost 3,000 square meters with cool panoramic water views of the hills and harbour, charming coastal community, and just 40 minutes drive to Christchurch or a quick ferry ride to Littleton. If you're interested in this property, you can get in touch with Liv Sinclair or Tin Dunningham from Bayleys Diamond Harbour.
Yeah, cool. And then for me, so I've of course got this property right here. So we've got 801-105 Queen Street in Auckland Central. So this is grandeur at the Guardian, 3-bed, 3-bathroom, full penthouse. It's got that city lifestyle, but it's just a really beautiful setting and really, really spacious. Elevated ceilings, it's got the big skylight, it's got a sauna, it's got all the cool bells and whistles. So if you want to learn more about this one, contact Bonnie Garden Stack from Bayleys Auckland Central or Wendy Wu from Bayleys Heywards. Well, that's it. We'll wrap it up here. So big thanks to the vendor and Bonnie for hosting us today. Cheers, Sam.
Thanks, Chris.
Sweet. And we'll see you next week.
See ya.